Hello children, today you're going to write your diary entry, or make a start on it at least. I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a hand to show you how to get started. So you need your story map that you made the other day and the word bank in the separate PDF that's got some nice sentence starters and exciting verbs on, and a pen or a pencil. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to zoom in a bit. There we go. I've given you the first sentence and it was about Emma Jane saying that she's hopped in her plane. So last night was so exciting. I hopped in my plane and zoomed off on an adventure. So we need to carry that on now and say where she went. But you've got to imagine that you are Emma Jane. So every time you're going to be starting with I. So I went to London. And what did Emma Jane pick up in London? That's it. She picked up a fox, didn't she? That was in the London Eye. So let's get ready. First, I went to London. Let's do a better word than went. Look at your word bank. Can you find a better word? I've already used Zoom in the first sentence, so I want a different one. How about whizzed? That would be good, wouldn't it? First, I whizzed to London and picked up a fox. I'm going to do that, okay. Make sure you can see the page. Yes, fine. I need to start with a capital letter. Why do I need to start with a capital letter? Good, it's the beginning of my sentence and we always have a capital letter at the beginning. First, I whizzed to London. Whizzed to London. Do I need a capital L for London? Yes, I do, because it's the name of a place, that's right. London. First, I whizzed to London and picked up a fox. And this is a nice joining word, and it helps me extend. That means make longer my sentences. First, I whizzed to London and picked up a fox. What kind of fox? Was he scared? Did we say scared fox? Picked up a scared fox. Because he didn't like the rain, did he? Picked up a scared fox. Did you notice what I did when I got to the end of the line? I didn't have enough room to write scared, so I didn't try and squeeze it down the side of the page, did I? Or do teeny tiny writing. What did I do? I came back and started a new line. First, I whizzed to London and picked up a scared fox. That's the end of that idea, the end of my sentence. So what do I need? A full stop. On the line, just a little dot. Not a big football, just a little dot like that. First, I whizzed to London and picked up a scared fox. Let's look back at our map. Now, where did Emma Jane go next? Oh, Paris. And she picked up the rooster in Paris, didn't she? Okay, let's look at our sentence starters for a good joining word. How about then? Should we do then? Then I zipped to Paris, I'm going to say. And a rooster jumped into my plane. So I'm going to say that. So then I zipped. What's your ending on these words like picked and zipped? Because they sound like a t, but actually it's d. Then I zipped to Paris. Do we need a capital letter? Yes, we do. It's the name of a place. Zipped to Paris. Now, rather than using and, I might use a different joining word. I'm going to say where. Then I zipped to Paris, where I found a rooster. I'm going to start a new line because I haven't got room. Found a rooster. Okay. Now, then we go to Venice. But should I use the word then? Or can you see another one I could use? How about next? Should we do next? Next, so we've had zoomed, whizzed, zipped. How about rocketed? Yes, okay, so next I rocketed to Venice. It's a lion in Venice, isn't it? And a lion jumped into my plane. Okay, do you get the idea of how we use the words on the word bank to help us and how we use our story map? Okay, so use your sentence starters at the beginning of each place. Try and include the animals if you can, but don't worry if you can't. So we're going to follow the map all the way around, and when you get to here, you might say something like, all of a sudden or suddenly I flew into a terrible storm where the waves were gigantic and the thunder was as loud as 100 lions roaring. Luckily, we made it to shore. Now, when you write about the journey back, you don't really want to do a sentence about each one, otherwise you're going to be telling this story for about a week. So you might just want to say something like, finally I took all the animals home and I zoomed off to wherever you want to go. We had one suggestion that she went to Egypt, and we had another suggestion that perhaps she went to the Taj Mahal in India. Both brilliant suggestions, but you can decide where she goes in the end. I hope this is helpful, Year 1. I'm really looking forward to seeing your diaries. I can't wait to read them. Good luck today.